Welcome back to All Hart. So if you haven't been to the Philadelphia Zoo lately, you better get there because it's time to go back for a visit because there are amazing things are happening at the zoo and you really don't want to miss them. They're happening this summer, and here to tell us all about it is the Manager of Conservation Education Programs at the zoo, Erin McCool DeLong. Welcome, Erin.
Hi, how are you? It's great to be here.
This is just the neatest thing. There's so many things to talk about, but you know, of course, I have to start with your friend here. Who is this?
So this is Buku, and Buku is on the move, just like lots of animals are at the zoo this summer. But Buku is a prehensile-tailed skink, which is kind of a long name, but he's a type of lizard. He comes from Australia. He lives in the rainforest, and he loves to move for sure. So we have this nice long perch for him to climb, and he'll be climbing throughout the show. But at the zoo this summer, we have our 360 trail system that's happening, and so animals are up above you, around you, walking alongside of you. There's a lot of activity happening.
I love that he's just a skink.
Yeah.
I think a skink is a cool word. Yeah, and we were talking how he kind of looks land of the lost, his face.
He does.
His beautiful eyes. But the 360 part of the zoo is really groundbreaking.
It is.
The trails that you have going on, and you know, you and I talked about how it's going to be a game changer as far as zoos for the future, and probably a lot of zoos are watching you right now to see how this is all working. But explain it a little bit more to everybody.
So we say literally the zoo is moving around you. So you come to the zoo and you're looking for animals, and they may not necessarily be where you would traditionally think they are. We were at the tiger exhibit yesterday looking at tigers, and we walked across the path, and the tigers had walked across with us, and we're on the other side of the trail. So it's a really dynamic way to view animals. It's great for the animals because it gives them the opportunity for long distance travel. So they're walking away from their exhibits and they're seeing much more than they've ever seen before. And for our guests, they have an opportunity to see animals moving all across the zoo. So we're excited for big cats this year. Our big cat crossing just opened on May 10th. But we have small monkeys that are moving around the zoo, orangutans, our goats, and our Kidzu are walking above us as well.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I was there just recently. I saw the tigers overhead.
Yeah.
And as opposed to seeing them like sort of two-dimensional flat, to see them, people are just going to just love this because you feel so much more connected to the animals. You understand them more. I mean, it was just really amazing to look up and see this giant cat. Tell me more about what's going on with big cats.
So for big cats, this year is the year of the big cat for Philadelphia Zoo. We have lions, jaguars, tigers that are all going to be using that big cat crossing. And as part of our conservation efforts this year, our guests can come in and be advocates for big cats and help save big cats across the world. We know that big cats are impacted by palm oil harvest, and we're asking manufacturers to use 100% deforestation-free palm oil, and our guests can join us in helping to encourage manufacturers to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the palm oil situation is a grave danger to the entire world in such a huge way. So it's important that people get out there and learn about that if they already haven't. So you've brought another animal along. I'm going to ask Adina to come over, and it's Dewey, right? This is Dewey?
This is Dewey, and Dewey is another rainforest animal. He's an owl, so not a lot of people typically think about owls living in the rainforest, but Dewey lives deep in the rainforest where maybe you may not see them all of the time, but you can certainly hear them. He makes a sound that sounds like he's knocking on a door. So they call them the knocking owls. So really unique call. And he's, you can tell he's very alert and looking around at everybody. They have those huge eyes, and owls are often called wise because people think of those big eyes as being wise. But he can see very well, in particular in the darkness. So if you were to put a candle on one side of, say, a football stadium and Dewey on the other, he could pick out teeny tiny letters in a textbook just by the light of a candle.
And he's checking out everything in this room so far. I mean, he's really alert.
Yes, yeah.
Well, they're just beautiful, and they're kind of like, it's not like they're even real, you know. So for people to get up and see them, they really need to do that because it's quite amazing. So there's a lot of things going on at the zoo, and there's some things for grown-ups. Not that the animals aren't always for grown-ups. I'm there all the time, but you have an ale fest?
We have an ale fest. This is, we've been doing this for several years at the zoo, and each year it just keeps getting better and better. So this is a chance for you to come out, sample some craft beers. We have Victory, Prism, and Trogs are coming out again this year. We have a whole long list of craft brewers. And this year we actually have our food trucks that are coming out. So this is a new addition, and it'll be a great opportunity to test out some really cool foods as well.
Perfect place to go.
Perfect
well,
place.
Erin, thank you so much, and Adina, and Dewey, and Buku.
Yes.
I got it all.
Yay.
Yay.
Great job.
We look forward to seeing you guys at the zoo. Very
Thank you.
exciting. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the Tony Awards are this weekend. When we come back, we head into our Critics Corner with entertainment critic Neil Zorn to find out which shows will be the big winners. Stay tuned.